It is October the 15th, and I am out here this morning on some public land that I like to hunt, a little area that I've hunted in the past few years, and hopefully have a little bit of luck this morning. We had a really nice cold front push in. Temperature has been like in the mid 80s, low 90s the last week, and then yesterday it kind of dropped a little bit throughout the day. And then this morning we were down, it's 42 degrees right now. It's pretty chilly, especially considering I just came from the beach yesterday. So, yeah, it's cold to me. And high of 70 today. So we got a good 20-degree temperature, daytime temperature drop. So hopefully that'll get these deer up on their feet. Acres should be dropped in this area. Historically, it's had some white oaks, and I've had some really good success in here. So I'm real excited to be here this morning. I had an hour and a half drive from the house, so I've been up since 4. I'm ready to be in the woods, be in a tree, and be back chasing some deer. So hopefully I'll have some luck. Maybe I'll get me a buck on the ground this morning. I've been really antsy to shoot it, or at least see a good buck anyway. I've been kind of antsy to pull the trigger again. Should be a good morning. Like I said, I'm expecting deer to at least be moving, and I will shoot a doe again. Just FYI, fair warning, letting you guys know up front, if you're watching this video and you're not interested in seeing me shoot a doe, you probably just go on to the next channel, because I'm going to shoot a doe if it comes in this morning. We need meat, and grocery prices are outrageous. So, with that being said, I'm going out here to get some groceries. I'll see you guys in the woods.
I got a couple of deer feeding in right here behind me. Basically right to my left. They're coming to the base of the tree, but they're downwind. One of them's a spike. I don't know what the front deer is, probably another spike. That big doe is just feeding her way back in here. She's got upwind of me now, so she's calmed down, and she's just slowly feeding through. So if she works her way over here, I'll take a shot at her. I can hear another deer coming from the right of me, but I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. That's gotta be a deer, though. been blowing back over my right shoulder all morning. And I just felt a breeze on the back of my neck. And they just cut out. That's no good. She blew twice. Just looking at the weather. Wind is blowing right the opposite direction of the way it's supposed to be. Blowing. It's been out of the northeast all morning, which is what it was calling for, which is perfect for this spot. But it's coming straight out of the southwest right now, and they're just circling anyway, right out towards where I need my shot opportunity to be. You just never know. You can't ever tell about the wind. That's why you gotta drop milkweed and stuff. You can't just depend on what the Weather Channel says.
Alright, I just climbed down. I'll show you guys my setup. I'm in this tree right here. You can kind of see my camera arm and my platform. I got pretty good cover. Things are kind of slowing down right now, so I'm gonna walk back out to the truck, leave all my stuff right here in the tree, walk out to the truck, eat me a little bite of lunch, take about a 15-20 minute nap, and then I'm gonna ease back in here, hunt midday. Well, I changed my mind. I went ahead and got all my stuff, decided not to just go eat and come back. My wind is still a little squirrely in this area, and this is not a spot that I want to booger up too bad. I'm going to actually take this opportunity to go look at another spot. Go in there and check some oak trees that I know have dropped in the past, and I've had some good luck hunting over them. So yeah, I'm going to walk out, grab me a bite of lunch, and then I'm going to drive over to another place and just go see what it looks like in there. It's that same area that I shot a buck 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. So I'll put a link to that video right here in this one. You can click it up there in the corner if you want to go check out that hunt. But I'm going to go see if these acorns are dropping and find me something to eat. Alright guys, I'm going to show y'all my little setup I use for lunch. Just thought y'all might think it was interesting. This is a little Stanley French press. Make coffee or whatever in it. But I keep everything that I need in here. A little butane cartridge. I keep an extra one, especially like if I'm just going to be out here on tailgate cooking. I like to cook off this bigger one. This is a little Ozark Trail camp stove. This thing was about 15 bucks. It's got a built-in igniter, so you don't have to carry around a lighter or nothing. And it's also got these little stands for your butane bottle. Basically, kind of hard to do one-handed, but this just goes on there like that. Lets that butane bottle sit stable. screw on that little stove, and these spin out and open up. You just turn the butane on. And I know y'all can't see that in this video, but that joker is absolutely putting out some heat. Mountain House Meals, this is chicken pad thai. Just takes 11 ounces of water. I just drank a little bit of a water bottle. I take the French press out and just use a pot. Pour me some water in here. I just sort of estimate a cup and a half to 11 ounces. These are 16-ounce bottles, so I know that, you know, half of one is 8. And then I'll just add a little bit to it, and then I'll just throw this in my pack to drink later. Set this on here, bring that to a boil, and it'll boil pretty doggone fast. Pour it in this little pack, zip this thing up, and I mean, you got hot food in about 5-6 minutes. Just a really neat little low setup for cheap, easy to work with. I think the most expensive thing's that Stanley French press, but that thing makes great coffee. I mean, I use it all the time. When I run out of coffee, I'll sit here on tailgate, and basically you just fill that thing up with water, boil the coffee grounds into the water, and then take that plastic thing I took out and push it through it. It makes real good coffee. I make coffee in it all the time. So I just thought you guys might want to see my little old stove set up. Ain't nothing fancy about it. It's just real good for hunting like this when I'm going to be out here most of the day, especially I'm by myself. I mean, I'm a long way from anywhere to go eat or anything. It's a hot meal. Just pretty convenient. Plus, when I get done, you know, I can always make me a pot of coffee or whatever. So I enjoy having it. It don't take up no space at all. You can throw it in your backpack and tote it around. I actually carry it in the woods with me sometimes when I'm hunting on the ground, and I'm just toting a tripod and not all the saddle stuff. So works pretty neat. Just thought you guys might want to see it. Hey, what is today? 19th. Alright, it's October 19th. And why are you giggling?
Because we're just whispering.
It's October 19th. Lauren and I are out hunting this evening on some public land. This is a spot that I've hunted in the years past and had some good luck. And it's a spot that's really, really close to the road. A super short walk. On account of Lauren being 33 weeks pregnant, so we was trying to get somewhere we didn't have to walk super far. And we just got in here and got set up in this ground blind. And I've got a crossbow, so we can kind of maneuver in here a little bit. Lauren's got the camera set up right here. We really think we've already heard a deer walking around in here behind us, so we're trying to be kind of quiet, not to stir anything up, because we just got set up. But we're both pretty sure we heard something heavy-footed walking, so we're going to hang in here till dark. Probably eat us about a supper in here. I brought stuff to cook, so hopefully it'll be a good evening. We'll shoot a deer before the night's over with. Alright guys, it's October 27th, I believe. And I'm out here back on some public land this morning. I had a long drive down here. And I'm going to hunt kind of midday. Been here a little later, it's about 8:30. And I'm going to hunt till about 1 or 2 o'clock. And then I'm going to ease out and go to a different spot back closer to home for the evening set. But one thing about this October season, the early season like this, I don't really I don't like to get out super early in the mornings. I don't have a whole lot of luck at daybreak. Usually most everything I see is between 9 and 12 o'clock, so I kind of like to come in a little bit later. I can feel like I can get in quieter, not be as disrupted in the woods whenever I'm just sort of easing through like this. I got a big old wild hog coming in right here. If I can get turned around, I'm gonna shoot the heck out of that joker. They're about 50 or 60 yards from me right now. They're gonna have to come in a lot closer if I'm gonna be able to shoot one. Goodness gracious, I don't even know how many of them there are. They're just steadily coming through the woods in a single file line. Pretty close now. Two big sows and a bunch of piglets. That G5 dead meat, that's what I'm shooting right now. I'll show you guys. This is the little G5 dead meat. These are 125 grams. And I switched over and been shooting these just because they were flying so good. And I actually killed my buck with them 2 years ago. And I just like them. So I threw an extra one in the quiver this morning. I feel like out to 30 and 30 plus, I get a little bit better results with them. So, of course, that pig was about 25 yards or so. All right, folks, I just got on the ground. You know, it's kind of interesting thinking about it. In the 20 some odd years that I've been hunting, I've never killed a hog before. So to get to do it with my bow, I have to say that's pretty cool. I'm gonna walk over here and look at it. I just have got down, but heck, it ain't I don't know, 10 yards from the tree. It's pretty good size pig here. Well, there it is. Just gonna see what kind of damage her broadhead did. Well, that's right where I was aiming. It's hard to argue with that. Yep, right here's the entrance. Real tight. I was hugging tight to that shoulder and I shot down. Come out about right here on the other side. So, got all them vitals in there. Made a bloody mess too. I gotta go see if I can hunt my arrow down. Let me grab my bow. Goodness gracious at the blood. My goodness. I'd love to see a blood trail like that on a deer. Shoot one with one of these G5s and I might. Alright. Yep. Alright, that joker was standing right in here somewhere. There's my arrow. Yep. Clean pass through. Typically, I'm not a huge fan of mechanicals, but man, that little joker right there did a number. Alright, well, shot that pig with this G5, dead meat. It did bend one blade back, just a little. The other two look like they're completely fine, but, I mean, I can't complain about the performance. I mean, it blew right through that pig. Made a dang bloody mess. I just hate that the broadhead's ruined after one animal, but, you know, flew good. Did a great job. It's dead, and I mean, that pig didn't go 15 yards and piled up. And, I mean, made a bloody mess, so I wouldn't hesitate to shoot him again. Well, here it is, guys. My first ever hog I've ever killed. And like I said, getting to do that with a bow was pretty darn cool. She come in there with 3 other big hogs and a bunch of little piglets. And don't really know that I would have known which one was a boar or if there was a boar with them. But there was at least 6 or 7 of them little piglets and 3 of these bigger pigs. And they come in there about 15-20 yards behind my setup this morning. I just couldn't pass up an opportunity to do the world a public service and rid it of one more of these things. So pretty fun hunt this morning. I've got to get back to the truck, and I'm gonna go back out this evening to a different spot that I've been seeing a bunch of deer in. So y'all hang with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.